What's going on, guys? Wayne here and welcome to another video. Today I'm bringing you some Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag multiplayer. I'm playing as Blackbeard. I'm on the plantations in Deathmatch, and of course, because I'm playing as Blackbeard, that means the Blackbeard's Wrath character pack is officially out. Today I was going to be talking about that character pack, but with the light of certain things happening on YouTube, I'm going to be talking about YouTube's Wrath instead. But just so you guys know, in case you're interested, the character pack is well worth the buy if you do not have the season pass. All three characters are great. The Orchid is absolutely awesome. Blackbeard's awesome. So yeah, it's really worth the buy if you want to have those characters, and I'll talk about the pack as a whole on a later date. Anyway, let's talk about YouTube's Wrath. Boy oh boy has shit been hitting the fan over the last 24 to 48 hours, 3 days even. You see, for whatever reason, YouTube has gone on a big massive purge against game content on YouTube through Content ID. Now, for those that don't know how Content ID works, it works like this. When you have a games publisher or a film distributor or a studio, a music publisher or creator, obviously they create content. That content is copyrighted. With a platform and a service like YouTube, which is easily susceptible to idiotic people uploading like full movies, uploading, full film and game soundtracks, which obviously break copyright law, it's susceptible to stupid shit. So to combat that, YouTube created the Content ID system to help it out. And what these game publishers, these film producers, and these music producers would do is that through third-party companies, they would submit big, massive collections of content, whether it be film samples, music samples, cutscenes from games, or whatever. And through these third-party companies, they would submit this content to YouTube, and YouTube would put it all into a big, massive pot called the Content ID system. When you are uploading a video, whilst the video is processing, the Content ID system is scanning your video, and should it find a match with any of the content in its database, it is flagged for Content ID. Now, for whatever reason, YouTube has turned the dial all the way up to 11 on the Content ID system, and anyone that is an affiliated partner that monetizes their videos is getting Content ID'd. Now, what do I mean by affiliated partner? Well, that's a new thing that YouTube has also put into place. Because there are so many networks now on YouTube, big and small, there are a lot of them. With all these networks, there are a lot of partners. And basically, YouTube has kind of, had enough and gone, right, networks, you need to start managing your shit and your partners a lot more, so you have to put them into categories. So you have now managed and affiliated partners. I don't know what I am yet, by the way. I think I'm affiliated. But then again, if I'm affiliated, I haven't got any Content IDs since this Purge, so that's even more interesting. Anyway, I digress. The difference being between these two, SKUs of partner, these affiliated and managed partners, are as follows. The managed partners who encounter Content ID claims or copyright issues, all those issues are managed and sorted and done through the network. So it's up to the network to take responsibility for its managed partners when Content ID and copyright are concerned. Affiliated partners, however, are on their own. They're still governed by a contract with the network, they're still partnered, but as far as Content ID and copyright is concerned, they're on their own. It is up to them to manage it and look after it themselves, and if shit hits the fan, it's up to them to fix it. That is the major difference. So, like I said, for whatever reason, YouTube has cranked up the Content ID dial to maximum, and all these affiliated partners are now getting Content ID'd. Some of them for videos 2 years old, even more. Now, we can play the blaming game all day with this. We really, really can. Who's to blame? Is it YouTube for doing this in the first place? Is it, all the industry big, billion-dollar companies, pushing YouTube to do this? Is it the third-party companies that liaison between the publishers and the distributor and the creators? Is it their fault, for not giving more accurate details on how game content should be managed on YouTube? Or is it the publisher's fault into as far as games creation, video games are concerned, for not keeping an eye on this as much and managing the third-party companies and YouTube and informing them accordingly? Personally, I think it's all three, because video content creation on YouTube is a very new thing. It's a new thing all round. You know, it is a lot more different from film and music. You know, because it is us interacting with the game that creates the experience. You know, we can sit there and watch a film twice and it'll be the same experience. I can sit there and play a game twice and it'll be a completely different experience. It is an interactive medium, which means it doesn't, in my honest opinion, it's not the same as watching a film or listening to music. You know, even more so when you're watching it from an outside point of view. So if someone's watching my video, you know, they're watching my video and experiencing and viewing something that's a lot more different than, you know, watching or viewing a film. But for whatever reason, copyright laws and world laws have not caught up to what game content creation is. It is a very new thing and should not be really governed by the same laws. It should be looked at a lot more. For example, reviews, video game reviews. I can do a video game review, but it's protected by fair use if I use gameplay footage and all the rest of that stuff. But I can upload, you know, just a match, any kind of Assassin's Creed match, and it could be content ID'd through Idle, who is the company that Ubisoft affiliate with and work with as far as content goes on YouTube. You know, so I can get away with having the content in a review, but I can't get away with just having the content there. You know, it's weird, it's fucking stupid, and the games publishers, third-party companies and YouTube seriously need to sit down at a big fucking table and talk this shit out, because in the end, the only one that is suffering is us, the content creators, because we're losing money, we're going through the stress of having, you know, content ID claims on our videos. I mean, I've already been through this once. Thank God I'm not going through with it now with this whole new Purge thing. I went through this once a few months back with Assassin's Creed 4. I did a critical review of the first trailer that came out, the first CGI trailer. That trailer was actually leaked, and what happened was I stuck to embargo and released the trailer and my critical review after the embargo dropped, when I was legally allowed to do it. Though YouTube and Idle didn't know any better, and they went at me a couple of months after, you know, the trailer was released and all stuff went out. They went at me and I got a copyright strike. My channel was on the verge of being shut down. My channel, I was locked out of most parts of my channel, and I had to go to Ubisoft directly to sort this out. Which is why, if you are an Assassin's Creed content creator and you have ran into a content ID claim from Idle, contact Ubisoft and they will sort it, because we as AC content creators have full rights and permissions to upload Assassin's Creed content. It is part of the Ubisoft video policy, and all these other publishers also have the same policies in place and are happy with content going up on YouTube, which is why I find this whole thing even more hilarious, because when this purge happened, all these publishers threw their hands up going, what the fuck is going on? We did not ask for a purge. What the hell is going on? Blizzard was brilliant. Blizzard went onto every platform it had on its disposal, Twitter, Facebook, the forums, whatever, and went, hang on a minute, we did not ask YouTube to do this. Blizzard has a full open agreement on all of its game content to be uploaded to YouTube and monetized. So that's World of Warcraft, Hearthstone. Blizzard are happy with it. Ubisoft are happy with it. Capcom are happy with it. If you look in the description, there is a link to right now a list that is right now all the publishers that are happy or not happy with having their content on YouTube. It's a simple yes, no, or maybe. There's a few provisos in there with some of them, but more often than not, publishers are cool as cucumbers with having their content on YouTube as long as it's treated and presented in a fair way. you know. Why? Because it's free promotion, it's free advertising. Every review that is done, every video and good thing that is said about a game is free good marketing, and publishers love that. The problem is, the publishers do not talk to YouTube enough, and clearly and appropriately, to keep it all squared up so content creators can create their content without you know, fearing the content claim, without fearing the copyright strike, without fearing YouTube, who's being a complete and total idiot, who's basically just covering their own fucking ass. They don't really give a shit about us, or the publishers, really, for that matter. They just care about their own ass. They just don't want to be fucking sued by the publisher. So they're just willing just to turn the content ID thing up to maximum and just see how it fucking goes. But, to be honest, if I was a publisher, I would be fucking fuming, and I would be at YouTube, I would be at Google in a fucking heartbeat. Because not only is it disrupting a major point of interest for video games, it is ruining free marketing, and a lot of publishers love YouTube. I mean, look at Ubisoft. They invite the likes of Rain and Stormwake, Wingspan and Luma to events, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Clearly they like YouTubers. They like content creators. Shit seriously needs sorting out. And all you guys, publishers, third-party companies, Idol, whoever you may be, YouTube needs to get around a fucking big-ass table, sort out some new fucking copyright laws and some new laws for YouTube, so us content creators can create the content that we want to create effectively, fairly, without living in fucking fear from content ID and copyright strikes when it is unjust, unnecessary, and just downright fucking wrong. If you're a partnered content creator and you've been affected by this bullshit YouTube purge, get in contact with the developers, use the friendly developer Wiki link in the description below that I mentioned earlier, find out if you have the appropriate permissions to upload content, get in contact with your networks, get in contact with your partnering managers, they'll be more than happy to help out also. If you're an Assassin's Creed content creator and you're not too sure, get in contact with me, I'll see what I can do, I'll be more than happy to help you out. Good luck to you all. Let's just hope this can get started sooner or later. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, be safe, and I will see you in the next one. Love you all. Wayne out. Peace.